Hello guys, and welcome to yet another in-depth review here on NT Auto Reviews. My name is Tyler, as always behind the camera, giving you guys these in-depth walk-around videos. Today I am very excited, not only because the sun is out and the birds are singing, but we get to check out the all-new Jeep Wrangler, and of course the 2018 Jeep Wrangler, and it is in the Sport S trim level with the hardtop. Alrighty, so here I have the window sticker for this particular Jeep Wrangler that we're looking at, and of course it is the Unlimited, so the 4-door. I also do have the 2-door, of course. But over here where my thumb is, we're going to have all of our standard equipment, and our optional equipment is starting right down here, and it ends up right over here. We have a bunch of optional equipment, so the preferred package, which is right down in the corner there, gives you a bunch of nice features. We also have the technology group, which again gives you a bunch of nice features, so a bigger screen, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. We also get the convenience group, which gives you the garage door opener, cold weather group, which actually gives you heated steering wheel and heated seats. You also get the Jeep Active Safety group, which gives you a bunch of safety features like it suggests. We have the hardtop headliner, the all-weather floor mats, the 8-speed automatic. We also have the anti-slip differential in the back, and then we also have the 3-piece hardtop. And then our last option is the tubular side steps. And that brings us to a total sticker price of $42,910. Now over here we have our fuel economy information, and then down here we have some safety ratings, which has not been rated yet because this car just came out. Then we also have our parts content, which I know a lot of you like to see. Alrighty, so taking a look at the side profile of the new Wrangler, this one does come in the white color, and there's 9 different color options available on the Sport S trim, and the wheelbase stands at 118.4 inches for the Unlimited model. And wrapping around to the back to finish up our little exterior overview, the Jeep Wrangler obviously only comes available with 4-wheel drive, and if you properly equip it, it can tow up to 3,500 pounds. Alrighty, so the next portion of the video, as the title suggests, is going to be the details of the exterior. And we're going to go ahead and start on the front with the headlights. Now there are 2 different headlight options. We do have the base halogen system powered by the reflector bulb in there, but it does have some pretty cool details in there. It's got like a little Jeep grill in there, which is awesome. Another thing Jeep enthusiasts would like to note is that the headlight bezels actually go into the grill there. Obviously typical 7 slots there for the Jeep grill, indicating the 7 continents that Jeep has been on. Pretty neat fact there. Nice big bumper here that bulges out from the front, gives it a really nice appearance, and within that bumper are these nice fog lamps. We also have a couple of hooks right here. Solid metal right there. Whatever is getting hooked up to that is not gonna budge those hooks. We also, on the fenders, actually have the turn signals right here, which is pretty neat. Another thing that Jeep owners would like to know, maybe Jeep owners that had the JK, these latches are actually moved a little bit forward for this year on the JL. Due to some wind noise with the latches back there, they moved them forward, and it greatly improves wind buffeting and whatnot. So nice things to note. Up here on the hood, pretty plain hood. We have some little accents up here, and little hooks up there. Good traditional looking Jeep front end. Definitely updated, but you can definitely tell it's a Jeep still. Alrighty, so coming on the Sport S are these nice Silver painted wheels, they are 17 inchers. Look pretty neat. We have ventilated disc brakes in there with some pretty beefy looking calipers. We have a locking wheel nut right there. And our tires measure to 45/75 up front. And we have some pretty nice all-season tires. We have the black fender flares. We can also get those body colored on certain models. We have a little vent right here, which is nice, adds to the detail. We have some badging on the side, so the trail rated badge. Take a look at all the exposed rivets on this car and the exposed hinges over here and up there. Just gives it a really rugged appearance, and it kind of adds to the details of the car, which I really like. Then we also have the Jeep symbol and the Wrangler Unlimited Sport sticker right there. Really cool hinges and rivets. Awesome to see that. We also have some pretty nice mirrors, and I'll flip around so that you can see the blind spot warning indicator, which is that little triangle right there. That'll illuminate if someone's in your blind spot, and it'll tell you not to change lanes while they're there. You also have these nice black handles with the lock. Coming towards the back, we have the back handles over here. And here's our side steps, which are very useful getting in and out of this car. And if you'd like to take a look underneath, there you go. And back here we have pretty much the same wheel setup. And we even have ventilated disc brakes back here as well, with the locking wheel nut. Same size tires back here too. And we also have the exposed fuel door, or not even really a door, just a cap. Now, to me personally, the back of Jeeps are just my favorite part, because there's just so much stuff going on, and it's just unlike any other vehicle on the road, because it's just, in a way, simple but very stylish. So take a look at these rear tail lamps, completely LED. Even the reverse lights are LED, which is awesome. And then over here, you also have your blind spot sensor. So right there, that's where that's located. You can see some circles on the bumper that go all the way across the rear bumper. Those are your parking sensors. Then you also have your parking camera right here, which you can remove, obviously, to get your spare tire off. You have a tow hook right below the license plate frame. And then you also have your exhaust on the passenger side. Quite the neat vehicle if you haven't seen or been up close with a Jeep before. Definitely go to your local dealer and check one out. It's just such a different car than anything else on the road. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and take a look underneath the hood. The way you open the hood on Jeeps is just release this handle right here. This part will come out. Then we walk on over to the other side and release the other handle on that side, and the hood comes right on up. Alrighty, so now that the hood is propped open, we can go ahead and see what kind of engine that the all-new Wrangler has, and it is a 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6. And it puts out 285 horsepower at 6,400 RPM and 260 pound-feet of torque. These are some pretty good figures for a naturally aspirated V6. Everything's kind of crammed in here. You can see the alternator is right up top. Engine's mounted this way, of course. It takes 0W20 oil. The battery is completely insulated. There's a nice small engine cover, but you can see most of the engine, which I'm very happy about. See, this even looks like our oil filter right there. Then our windshield washer, reservoir, brake fluid, coolant overflow, all that good stuff is found underneath the hood. And when you open the hood, the prop is actually on the top of the hood, so just make sure you bring that down and mount it right here. Alrighty, so the interior of the all-new Jeep Wrangler. This car does have the black and heritage tan cloth interior. The Sport will come with a cloth interior. But we can go ahead and start here on the door panel. Nice small door. It is pretty tall. You can see how far off the ground the door is. So these side steps again give you a lot of an easier access to the inside of the car. We have some nice bright work over here with our door handle, our lock. We also have all of our mirror controls, and our lock unlock button is there too. We have nice soft touch materials on the door. Pretty much only hard plastic is down here, and over here we have a little net to store whatever you need. And you notice there are no window controls on the door here, and that's simply because you could take the door off, of course, in traditional Jeep manner. You can also see some more exposed rivets, which are also cool. And you also have this tether right here that keeps the door from going all the way out. But taking a look at the left of the dash, we have an air vent over here, which you could just close and open continuously, which is pretty cool. I found that pretty awesome. We also have down here most of our lighting controls, so our fog lights and our regular lights located over here. We have a gauge dimmer over here, and then just our interior lights. We can turn them on and off. We have a nice little portion over here with looks like a speaker there. I believe it is one of 8 speakers. You can also get an upgraded Pioneer audio system if you wanted. Over here you also do have a couple of pedals. Your floor mats will also button in right there with those 2 little buttons. And our seats are pretty nice. The cloth is very soft, so it's a nice quality to the seats. And the cloth will definitely hold you in when you're going off-road. Now we have a few range of motion, so down here the seat will go back and forth. This little bar, just lift it up. You also have lumbar support, which goes back and forth. You also have a height adjustment with this lever right here, so you can go up or down. And then this little tether, you just pull it, and the backrest will tilt back and forth. So pretty good range of motion with the seats there, even though it's a manual seat. But let's go ahead and slide the seat back, and we can go ahead and check out the rest of the interior. So here is the key that you get with the all-new Wrangler. It's a really nice key. It's pretty big too. Feels good in the hands, and it's got some pretty rugged details to it. You have the switchblade key in case you need that to unlock the doors. Hopefully you won't, but that's there in case you need it. You have the unlock lock buttons. You also have a remote start by just double tapping that button right there. And your panic alarm is right down bottom. So again, pretty awesome key for the new Wrangler. But all you need to do to start this one up is just make sure the key is obviously inside. Your foot's on the brake, and just press the stop start button right over there. And you get a pretty awesome startup animation there. Alrighty, so we could go ahead and start off the interior portion of this video with the very nice heated leather wrapped steering wheel here that Jeep gives you. Now it is an optional steering wheel, so the heating is actually an option, but it's one I definitely suggest because it also comes with heated seats, which is a very good feature. As you can see, it's 32 degrees out here in March up here in New England, so I definitely suggest that if you're in colder climates like me. But taking a look at the details, we have some pretty nice stitching on the inside. It's also very soft leather, so not a whole lot of texturing to it, which is nice. So over here we have a bunch of quadrants right here for the little information display up there, which we will get into. We also have some phone controls, so pick up, hang up, and then your voice commands. Nice small airbag cover, I really like that, but with a nice rugged Jeep emblem on there. Also over here we have our cruise control settings as well. So taking a look behind the steering wheel, we have a couple of stalks, so obviously this one's for your high beams. We also have our turn signals there too, and our front and rear wiper stalk is right there. But as far as our gauges go, pretty rugged looking gauges, I really like them. Over here we have our RPMs, and then we also have a little indicator to show us if we're in two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Over here on the screen we have our temperature gauge over here, and then our fuel gauge. We also have our speedometer right over here to the right. Now using these four buttons and the OK, we can go ahead and go through some different screens. So here we just have the digital speedometer. If we scroll down, we have a bunch of vehicle information, so our tire pressures, some temperatures, oil pressure, oil life, and then our battery voltage. We scroll down and we have some off-roading menus. Now this is really cool. It'll show you what kind of a hill you're on. So as you can see right now, we're on a 2% grade, and then the vehicle is also tilting 1 degree. We have some trip informations, so our fuel economy is over here. Also some more trip settings. We have our start system, which will automatically turn the car off at a stoplight, just to save you a little bit of gas. Down here we have our audio screen, so it just displays what we're doing over there. And then just a couple of messages screens and a screen setup. And then we're back to our digital speedometer. So at the bottom right here, it'll also show you your mileage, total mileage of the car, and then what gear you're in right there. You also have a compass, which is useful, and then your digital thermometer, so how cold or how hot is it outside. We have some nice grab handles up here, and taking a look at the upper dash, take a look at how small it is. I could fit from my middle finger to my thumb. That's how small the width of the dash is, which is actually pretty cool. We have some storage up here to maybe put your sunglasses or whatever. Then we also have a couple of speakers up top. The window sticker is covering the other one. But taking a look down here, I always thought the Uconnect screen is one of the most easiest screens to get used to. And I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the functions of the screen without giving you guys too much glare from the camera there. This is our audio screen right here. And it'll show you all of your presets up top, all your sources over here, and then different information, so like traffic and weather. We also have a media screen, so if you plug your phone in via the Bluetooth, you can go ahead and use that. We have a climate screen, so our individual temperatures, the dual zone climate control. There are also repetitive climate buttons down here, which is nice. Fan speed down here, where you want the air to blow your heated seats. You can click that and it'll pop up. We have a high, a medium, and a low, and then our heated steering wheel can turn on and off. Back to our climate control, we also have our AC, front and rear defrost, all that good stuff. We have a whole app menu, so all of our different settings up there. We have our audio settings, equalizer, all that good stuff. We can show our backup camera, and take a look at how high resolution that is. It's pretty nice. It also gives you the guidance lines that turn as you turn the steering wheel. And just putting my hand on the steering wheel, it gets pretty warm for the cold days, which is awesome. We also have more settings over here for your media and phone. Just basic settings over here. I'm going to go through those quick just so you can see that. Then we also have our phone screen over here, which will obviously pop up when you pair your phone. All your contacts and everything will sync over. As you can see, you have your phone book, all that good stuff right in that screen right there. And this is the 7-inch Uconnect screen. You can also get an even bigger one as well if you wanted it. Down here we have a combination of our climate control and then also some other settings. So right over here we have our volume knob, which is some pretty cool rubber on the outside, which gives it a pretty cool appearance. We have some exposed rivets, which gives it a really nice look. Over here we also have our tuning knob. And then kind of surrounded in the metalwork is your climate control, so repetitive buttons again. Your heated steering wheel's right there, and also your heated seats are over here to either side. And I like how they included physical buttons for the heated seats and steering wheels. Some Chrysler products don't actually put physical buttons, so I like to see that the Wrangler still has the physical buttons. You don't have to go through the screen to turn your seats and whatnot on. You also have your temperatures for either side. Your fan speed is in the center. You also have off and automatic, of course. AC recycling is over there. And it's not just a picture of a car, it's actually a picture of a Jeep, so pretty cool details there. We have a mute button. We can also turn our auto stop off, traction control off, hazards. We have our parking sensors. We can turn those off in case we're towing a trailer and that's bothering us. We can also just turn the screen off right there. And a hill descent button right there, which is awesome. We also have a nice little better view of the engine start-stop logo right there. We have a 12-volt power outlet over there. And then a couple of inlets there, so an auxiliary, a USB, and then a micro USB. We also have all of our window controls right here. We can also lock the windows in case we have some children playing around with the windows in the back. We have a little tray right in there that you can store pencils, pens, whatever you need. Over here we have our four-wheel drive controller. It's not an electric one, it's actually mechanical, which I like, which is pretty awesome detail there. We have the 2 high, 4 high, and then 4 low. We could also put it into neutral there, which is pretty awesome. And taking a look over here, we have 2 different transmission options rather. This we have the 8-speed automatic. We also have a 6-speed manual, which comes standard. So this is an extra cost option, which is the 8-speed automatic. But there's a little red unlock button at the back there, which you need to press to unlock any of the gears. Very easy to shift. We're in reverse at the moment. As you can see, your backup camera pops up. We also have neutral and drive, and then a manual mode, which you could cycle between all your different 8 gears. Now taking a look down here, we have some pretty nice cup holders with some grips on the side. Manual parking brake, which is nice to see, and then a couple of pads where you could put some loose change or whatever. Over here we have a nice armrest, which is pretty soft and it's pretty big, so you could share it with your passenger. And there are also 2 sections, as I just figured out. There's a top section like this, which is pretty cool print with a tray at the bottom. You could also close it, and there's a bottom button, which you can press, so you can see the little button system. This opens the larger tray, this opens the top tray. And yeah, there's a pretty good amount of space in there with a pad at the bottom that you can remove and clean. You also have an auxiliary, or a USB inlet down there as well. You have a mirror up here with a manual day and night mode right there. You also have your passenger airbag off indicator right up there, and our home links for the garage door openers are right on the visor up here. And if we open the visor, we have a mirror and some LED lights. Then we also have a couple of latches that you need to use to take off the top. And if you saw the optional headliner for the the hardtop, this is it right here. The hardtop is also a little bit lighter than the JK Wrangler, which is pretty nice. And it does split down the middle, so you could take this panel off separate from this panel. It's almost like T-tops without the separation in the middle. But for now, let's go ahead and shut off the engine. I'm going to adjust the seat to a normal driving position for myself. And we're going to go ahead and check out the rear passenger space and see how much room we have back here. And also what kind of amenities we're dealing with. So pretty much on the rear door, all you have is the door handle and the door lock, which is pretty awesome. Nice and simple. We have a little bit of storage and some soft touch armrests right here. That's pretty much all you need when you're buying a Jeep. I'll shut my camera bag for you guys. And we also have buttons for the rear carpeted floor mats too. We have a couple of cup holders back here, and your window switches are actually in the middle right here. And then you also have your air vents that you can just turn right around. And even the seats back here are really nice quality with the cloth. You can also fold these headrests down and then fold the seats down as well to give you more cargo room. Then also folding the headrest down gives you even more rear visibility out the mirror there. So I'm going to climb in and we're going to check out how much room we have sitting behind my 5'10" self. So you have a pretty gracious amount of room, so I'd say about 1.5 inches maybe of leg room behind myself, which is pretty good. Width-wise, I have plenty of room. Don't feel cramped whatsoever. I'll give you guys a nice little overview of the dash there. We have a couple of speakers right up here on these nice big bars. So it's kind of like a roll cage. Pretty neat. And we also have some lights up here, which is really cool, and then a big central light. So again, the 2 speakers up here, which is really cool. We have some grab handles that aid getting in and out of the car. There is no center armrest, but you do have a center headrest. And these seats back here are actually very comfortable. I would be fine sitting back here for quite a while. But next, let's go ahead and check out the front passenger space. So the passenger door is much like the driver's door, it just has a few less functions on it. The only thing you really lose is the mirror adjustments, and you don't really need them anyways. But you do have these nice metallic door handles, again, in the unlock and lock buttons. Nice soft touch armrests, and then a little storage net in there to put whatever you need. The passenger seat is 4-way adjusting. So you have the backrest adjustment right here with a little tether. Then you can go back and forth with the bar down there, just like the driver's seat. They have a nice Wrangler logo right here with the handle. Really solid feeling handle with the exposed rivets. You have another speaker right here instead of on the door in case you would like to take the doors off. You still have all those speakers. You also have a lockable glove box in here with a little bit of storage. It's a very deep storage tray, but not very big width-wise, but it does fit all of your owner's manuals and whatnot, which is good. But next, let's go ahead and check out the trunk of the Jeep Wrangler. Alright, so the cargo space of the all-new Wrangler Unlimited. All you need to do to open up the cargo space is just pull this handle right here. And it's a handle almost like the door handles. They give you a nice little plaque right here. Tells you your wheelbases, overall length of both configurations, and then how much water you can go in with the Jeep. Made in the USA. Really awesome little plaque to have there. You can access your cargo like this, but if you need even more space to access it, all you need to do is just lift up on the glass. There is no handle or anything, all you need to do is just lift up. So back here you have a pretty good amount of space, definitely enough to do your weekly grocery shopping. This would be a pretty cool grocery getter in my opinion. But if you needed even more space, the seats do fold down. You see that little crack right there? They fold down 60-40. We do have some cargo tie downs over here that you can tie down your cargo to. These are your floor mats that you get, so nice hefty all-weather floor mats. You can also see the handles that will fold down your headrests or just the whole seat. And taking a look over here, we have a 12-volt power outlet, but the more important thing over here is when you remove the top, the back portion of the top, all you really need to do is unplug this little electrical circuit right here, and then there's a little hose for your windshield washer fluid on the back. That's all you really need to do to remove the top as far as connections and whatnot. And they even give you a little holder for the wires there too. I really do commend Jeep for making this so easy to remove the top. And under here you also get a little more storage, and they also give you storage to put your door hinges, all the rivets for the door hinges, and for the roof and windshield. And I know it's such a simple thing, but Jeep engineers really did a good job with coming up with ideas to make this easier for the consumer to take the windshield out, the top down, and doors off. So really good engineering with this new Jeep here. And to close the hatch, make sure you close the glass part first, and then you can close the metal door last. Alright, so we do have a 21.5 gallon fuel tank, and according to the window sticker, you will get around 18 in the city and 23 on the highway miles per gallon. Alright, so to wrap up this video, I hope you have enjoyed your time with the all-new Wrangler just as much as I have, and I hope you stick with us for future in-depth videos.